Hello, everyone, and welcome to Furball Friday. How are you? I have opened up my schedule so that I will be able to do this with you all at about noon p.m. EST, and that will be 5 p.m. BST from now on. But for right now, today, I am here with you live. I was out having to I had to fix a fence, so one of my horses didn't get out before I got on today. And I found a tick up near my one gelding's little, special part. So I'm on a little bit later tonight, but that had to be done. We don't want ticks up in there, and I'm going to have to check him out a little bit more later tonight. Anyway, I'm here with you live for Furball Friday. I'm going to go ahead and put our banner up so you guys know how else you can connect with me here. Here we go, Furball Fridays. Yay. And when you guys log on, if you want to say hello and let me know that you're there, I want to get this banner moving instead of sitting still. So let's see if we can get it moving instead. Hold on here, guys. Banners. Furball Fridays, for those of you who don't know, during this time, we talk about, hold on, guys, I'm trying to get this to actually, it's supposed to flow, not just sit here like this. Furball Fridays are just about animals, non-human animals. That's all we do. So we don't do regular readings. We don't do any of that stuff. If you want that, come to Angels in Actions or one of the other live free online readings that I do. Schedule a private or a group reading. You can be part of the small online group readings. But for here on Fridays, it's just for non-human animals. Okay. So while I'm trying to set this banner up, I'm going to share this with all of you. So if you want to, ticker, there we go. If you have questions about non-human animals and communicating or connecting with them, there we go. If you have, you want to have mediumship with non-human animals who have crossed over, or if you want to have communication or reading with animals that are here now, maybe you want to know about animals that have visited you in a dream. Maybe you want to know about, questions about animal totems and things like that. Any of that stuff is up for grabs for you guys, for us to talk about. Okay. So just so you guys know, that's available for you. And there we go. Let's see if this is the right banner so you guys can find the information that you need. Anyway, here we are. So we can have, talk about that, questions, comments, any of that good stuff. My Larkin Animal Interpreter page is, initially was set up because people wanted animal readings and they wanted to communicate with their animals. But one of the things that I find, and I think this is really significant. Hi, Donna Ray. Hi, Eva. Welcome. 1 second, Donna. We'll get to that in a second, okay? I know you guys love to jump on and get readings, but I like to start with everybody just settling in to the space that I'm holding. And I like to allow Spirit to share some wisdom, okay, before we jump right into readings. I think even for those of you on the rebroadcast, it's really important to understand that when we do animal readings or even animal mediumship, especially animal communication, it needs to be a two-way street. And many of you listening know that already, and you are wanting and receptive to hearing what your animals have to say. But, hi, Susan Kirby, welcome. But what I find, and one of the things that put me off from doing animal readings professionally for a really long time, and I kept my numbers very limited, was that I find most humans, when they want an animal reading or they want to communicate with animals, they want it because they want what they want. And I'm here to be a voice for the animals and to help humans to benefit from and communicate and enhance their love and relationship and partnership with non-human animals by partly helping to remind everyone that it is a two-way street. Non-human animals have souls. They are conscious just like you and I. They are missing two things that we don't have, and they have other things to make up for that. They're missing our prefrontal cortex, which is the thing that allows us to have language, that allows us to look in the mirror and say, hey, that's me, and I look like crap today, or I'm looking really good. That's what really allows us to have an ego. And it also what causes us, most of our human issues. But the other thing they don't have, most animals don't have an opposable thumb either, but they don't have our voice box and our tongue and palate, which does not allow them to share our language. But I think this is very important just to remind everyone, because I personally am not here to tell your animal what you want them to do, to tell them what they're doing wrong, to find out why they're digging up your flowers. Will I do that for you? Sure, we can do that. But the ultimate goal is not to get the animal to do what you want them to do, or to find out why they're not doing what you want. The real goal is to open up that line of communication, enhance that relationship, build that partnership, get to know your non-human animal as a soul, and learn to connect that way. Okay, that's what's really important, because they have all the same mental, emotional, and they don't have the prefrontal cortex intelligence, but they have cosmic wisdom and intelligence. They have intuitive wisdom and intelligence. They have emotional wisdom and intelligence. They have all of that you have. They just don't speak your language, and they can't do arithmetic, which is the prefrontal cortex. Okay, so it's up to us to not be the boss and the owners. It's up to us to be the guardians. It's up to us to say, my dog needs to be on a lead because my dog won't come to a recall, and I haven't figured out how to teach them to do that yet. And so for my dog to stay safe and keep others safe, my dog can't just run freely down the street. That's our job, because that's our prefrontal cortex, and they don't understand that. Okay, but you can learn to communicate and speak to them in a way that they will. Okay, or that you just, like a parent, you're like, okay, prefrontal cortex wise, this is where I'm the guardian. But there are so many other ways where that partnership is not only equal, but where they surpass you guys. Okay, they surpass us. So anyway, I want to share that with you all first, give you guys a little bit of animal insight and knowledge before we get started, and then we can settle into readings. Some people hate that I do that. Some people love it. But I'm not like most readers. I don't do things that way. And we need to step aside with our ego and our mind if we want to communicate and connect and learn from and better take care of our animals. Okay. Hi, Susan Kirby. Where are you guys from, by the way? It'd be great to know where you guys are from. Your dog, yes, your dog Bo is present. Donna, your dog Bo is present every time you call on him. Every time you say his name, he can hear you. Not all animals and people that cross over, Donna, are constantly, you always learn some things. Well, that's good. You're in Hulk, Susan. Awesome. Not all animal souls and human souls that cross over, guys, are always going to be like wrapped around your leg or holding your hand or like wanting your attention. And the reason is not because they don't love you and they're not present with you. They are actually present with you. They have their own lives and existence outside of space and time that came prior to you all being here in this world together. And they are over there doing their thing, but they're also outside of space and time. So whereas oftentimes, even those that seem with you all the time, like you feel them with you 24/7, they can be with you 24/7 and they can still be off doing their own thing in non-physical. Because once you cross over, including your dog, Donna, you can choose to focus on any spectrum of time in any realm and dimension, anywhere you want. And you can go there and you can lower your frequency and you can go and be present with whoever misses and loves you. Okay. So whenever you speak to Bo, he gets every single message. Whenever you're feeling and missing him, he's getting every single message. Okay. So absolutely. What would enhance your relationship, Donna? Let's see. He hasn't passed over. Okay. Excellent. That's great. So he is present with you. So But this is still true. When we are in the present, we can connect with all of them and we can feel and sense all of them. Okay. When we are in our heads and not in the present, that's when we're feeling a lot of that other emotion. Okay. Good. I'm glad you're learning things, Donna. That's great. So what did you want to know about him then, since you asked if he was with you, Donna? You asked, was he present? So if he's here in this world, then what is it that you wanted to know, and why would you ask that question? I'm curious why you would ask that question if he's here in this world. Because their presence is existing close and near you and in your auric field, whether they've crossed over or not. So is there a reason that you asked that particular question in that way? Let me know, and then we can get deeper into that if there's something else that you wanted to know about that. Okay. Let's see. You've never heard this before, Susan? Awesome. Well, I decided to dedicate Fridays just to non-human animals to make sure that we are, we're taking the next level of animal connection and communication and consciousness there. Okay. Just if he's happy. Okay. Well, that's a very, very different question than is he present with me? So I have to ask you that because a lot of times, there's a more in-depth answer to those things. And usually if people ask, are they present? They're asking if they're present from the other side. So naturally, I'm going to tune into his soul, whether he's crossed over or not. And sometimes it's very obvious they are. Sometimes it's not very obvious that they are. But that's a very unusual question for someone to ask the way that you did when the animal or person is actually present. So I wanted to know. That's okay. I just want to make sure I was actually answering your question. Is he happy? Well, what do you think? I'll tell you what he is. He's content. He feels love. He feels joyful. They are natural joy. They are peace, joy, and abundant. Let's see. Let me tune in and see maybe why you think he would not be happy. There is Donna, is he brown? Is he the brown dog energy around you? Because there's a dog energy in your energy field that is like a shiny brown coat, almost like a rich chocolate lab color coat. So let me know if let me know, because this energy is very present in your energy field right now. Yeah, he's black and white, but what is the brown energy? There is a rich brown, down ears, chocolate lab color energy coming through. Maybe that's for someone else or for someone that you know. That energy is very strong coming in with you, Donna, right now. Let's see. Bo is giving me the sense of not sure. Okay, is there anyone on here that had or knows someone with a very rich brown, chocolate brown lab colored dog? Because this energy is coming in really strong. No, Susan, you're not mad. You're not mad. That's why I'm doing this, because those types of people need to learn to be connected with their animals as well. You're not sure. Okay. Well, that energy is very strong and very present here. So he could be piggybacking on you or someone that you knew. Bo is showing me he is. Donna Ray, did you have an older gentleman, a human gentleman, pass away that Bo knew? Because he's showing me he is happy, he's joyful, he feels safe, he's content. He's showing me some energies that he knew that are no longer in this world. One is like an older gentleman that he really misses, and he's like he says, even though they can sense crossovers, you got to understand that one of the reasons why non-human animals continue to look for people and animals that have passed over is because their down to earth animal side, their incarnated animal side, is still expecting and anticipating those animals or people, the animals showing up in the yard next door, or coming over when certain people or family members come to your house, or those people, going to visit those people, or having those people come to your home. And Bo is actually showing me that he really misses this older gentleman presence that was in your life. Was this your dad, Donna? He's really missing him. Your sister's partner passed last summer that he loved to be with. Oh, okay. Did he have like hair that was like white or gray? Because he misses this person. And he very much is, he still looks for him. He anticipates. He has this anticipation of him coming over. Yes, he did. Okay. All right. Well, he misses him. He really liked him. He felt like he understood him and he got him, and he felt like he didn't take him too seriously, and he felt like he was playful with him, and that there was a lightheartedness. He just felt like he got him. Felt like he got Bo. And he's like, that human got me. Oh yeah. Well, that's why he's looking for her partner. And again, this is where people often ask me, well, why? How can he be looking for when non-human animals see souls on the other side? Her partner does come through to Bo. So he does know that. He does interact with him, but he is still anticipating him coming in his human form and spending that time with him. But he does spend time with him in non-physical. Okay. He's also showing me other energies. He's saying there's another dog that he also missed, that he is missing. And did you have a cat, or do you have a cat? There's a cat energy. There's an image of a cat that he's showing me, a multicolored cat. It looks like 2 or 3 different colors, maybe like in splotches. So yes, he's happy, but maybe what you're picking up on, and maybe while you are asking, is that, maybe you're sensing that he feels this sense of loss. They have a different acceptance than we do about things, but he is definitely having some missing going on. He would like to have, he would like to go on some special adventures. So, no cat. Okay, well, there's a cat that he is showing me. One that goes by here for a walk. Okay. Does this cat have different colors on it? Because there's a cat that he's showing me in his mind that he wants to play with. So I guess he won't be playing with this cat. Your sister's opal passed. Was she different colors? He's showing me a cat that he wants to hang out with. That is a real cat, or was a real cat. Here. Black and white. Okay. Was the head, like, are there 2 different colors on the head of the cat? Sorry, but I want to be very specific. I want to verify and validate that these are the right cats. She was white. Okay. Well, that could be the cat energy that he's missing. There's also a cat he's showing me that has 2 different colors. And very specifically, he's showing me, it's sort of like, it almost looks like either the ear or part of the top of the head was one color, and then the other side was another color. And so it was like 2 very distinct different colors like that, in that marking. Anyway, sometimes you guys won't figure things out on this live, but you'll figure it out afterwards. I trust them. They're very persistent about this when they share these things. And then there's another dog that he's showing me. I feel like it was a neighborhood dog. I'm asking him to show me like his height view. And he's like, this dog would like pop up in different places. So like he could see him like from the backyard, he could see him from the front yard, or he'd be walking by like different places, but the dog was in the neighborhood. Yeah, it'll probably come to you later. But anyway, he hasn't seen that dog in a while either. So I don't know if one of your neighbor's dogs passed away, or there's a neighbor's dog you haven't seen in a while. But what he's showing me is that they used to have a connection, like they would communicate and connect. I don't know if you know that. But he's not the only one. Dogs will do this. They will keep tabs on like the other animals in the neighborhood that you might not pay a lot of attention to, but they'll be communicating, connecting, barking with, making eye contact with, exchanging scents. He has like a whole world going on that you're just not even really aware of. Anyway, does that answer your question? Is there a more specific reason why you think he might not be happy? He is happy. He'd like to go on more adventures, but he hasn't been in a while. Okay. Is this the little dog? Is your sister's dog, George, the little dog? And can you guys please have a get together? He wants to play. He wants to play with another dog. He wants doggy friends. So if you're wanting to know what could make him happier, he's wanting to play more with other dogs. And not just any dogs. He wants to play with dogs that he likes. Yeah, he needs to go for more walks too. Yep, that's what he's showing me. That's why he's saying I need to go on more adventures. He wants to go back out on more walks. So he's missing the walks, but he also wants to play. So if you want to make him happier, that's how you can do it. Okay. So I hope that helps. That's very cool. You're welcome. That's fun. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that because that's important. I love it when people get on and ask, is their non-human animal happy? How can they make them happier? That's super cool. All right, Susan Kirby, let's see. Are you still on here or not? You're interested in your live? Never heard this before. Oh, that's so cool. So this is a good point. Most definitely, I know I'm connected to my animals and some people think I'm mad. Yeah, well, that's a shame. I feel really bad for people that think those of us that are so connected to animals are mad or crazy or whatever. They're really missing out. What that tells me usually is that they have not had a strong bond or connection, an understanding, or seen what they have to learn or receive from really being close to an animal, from having an animal in their life. Okay. Because it is so powerful. And, the animals are unconditional love. And when they can trust you and you have this, connection with them and this love with them, there's a connection that you can't get. Yes. Good. I'm glad you're still here. That's what happens. Yeah. Once you have this connection and bond with an animal, there's a level of awareness that you can't go back to, right? There's a level of awareness that you then have about animals and their intelligence and their awareness, and a level of empathy that you sense they have and that you have for them. That's just incredibly powerful. So really what every human being needs is to really fall in love with a non-human animal, right? Because we're animals too. You're either a plant or an animal, whether you like that or not. The Christian church tries to tell us that they're not, but they are, and they have souls. So once you have the connection and you understand that all non-human animals have a purpose, all non-human animals are here with a life purpose. They came as a soul. They chose the body that they came in. They chose the people and the families they were going to be with. They chose the spirit guides and things they were going to have. They chose exactly when they were going to come into this world. They chose exactly when and how they're going to depart from this world, just like humans. And once you start to understand that, then the perception of the animals is completely different, right? And this is what a lot of the pagans understood. And one of the reasons why the Christian church tried to make pagans out to be so bad and negative and make the Christians fearful of them is because it was another way of controlling people and society and the population and keeping them away from nature. Because guess what happens when you have a connection with animals? Guess what happens when you have a connection with trees and nature? You start to remember who you are as a soul. You start to tune into your intuition. You start to get messages and healings from trees. You start to feel and sense the weather in the clouds. You start to be able to do what the elves did and be able to work with nature to do amazing things, to protect things, to get answers, to get healings, to get guidance, to work with you. And when you do that, you have Mother Nature and you have the universe behind your back. And you can use that full force in alignment with your intention. So it is exceedingly powerful to be able to connect with just one animal even, so that you can start to connect with nature, because you are a part of nature. And so when we're kept away from nature, we're disempowered, we become depressed, we become anxious, we become easily brainwashed, we get confused, we forget who we are, and we actually lose that natural joy. You are joy, you are abundance. Okay, you are already naturally connected. So when we lose that, we lose ourselves. So one of the reasons I'm doing this broadcast is to connect people to non-human animals in nature, for animals, for the evolution of our work with animals. The other reason is because it will connect you back to you. This connects you to yourself. Okay. Do you guys see my earrings, by the way? You see what these are? This is one of my animal totems, is the owl. I don't know if you can see. You see that? These are little owls. They're hand carved, handmade owls. And I'm so grateful for these. I like to wear these because they're one of my animal totems. And the wonderful and amazing wife of one of my childhood zoo friends, her name is Cindy. And she's the wife of my friend Randy, my childhood friend Randy. I saw these. She shared these on Facebook because a pair of them were given to her, hand carved. And I was like, oh my God, that's my animal totem too. And we're both into owls. And the next thing you know, she asked for my address. And I was very skeptical because I don't trust anybody online. I didn't know if it was her or if it was like a spammer using her account. Next thing you know, I got these in the mail. So awesome. She's never even met me in person, but I freaking love her. So anyway, I just wanted to give Cindy that credit and tell her thank you. I don't know if she'll see this or not, but I love to wear these during this broadcast because our animal totems are so powerful, and they come with powerful packages of the strengths and gifts that we need, and they help empower us and encourage us and infuse those qualities, bring those qualities out in us that we can use. They bring the whole energy, not just of one particular animal, but like my animal totem is the owl, brings the whole energy of the owl, and so the animal totems that you guys have, sorry, it's been a long day on the heat with my horses. It's whatever energies you guys need, whatever powers you need, these animal totems bring for you. Okay. How do you know your animal totem? What a great question. Well, there's lots of ways. I am going to have events actually where I do that. I'm going to have an event, an animal event that you can join, where I'm going to I'll give everyone their animal totems. You actually there are like spirit animal, power animals, and animal totems. The animal totems are like the ones that you're born with, that you have like throughout your life. Then there are animal messengers and spirit animals that guide and help you at different times. Your animal messengers can be temporary in your life. They can come, maybe at certain times of your life, maybe when you're really struggling, or when you're losing someone, or when you're going through tremendous change, or maybe there's something you're trying to conquer within yourself or overcome in your life, then those power animals that you need at those particular times show up in your life. So you've got some that are with you that come and go at different times in your life, and you've got others that are, your strong power animals that are with you throughout your life. And I will do an event where, just like the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, which is tomorrow, if you guys want to join, I still got spaces for that, where the spirit guides will literally introduce themselves to you during that time that I'm holding that space. I am going to have an event where people can come and get their animal totems. I think that would be really awesome. Right now, let's see, Donna, you also have one of your power animals currently that is currently assisting you and helping you with things. You actually have the blue jay, which is really interesting. That's coming in for you. The blue jay is very alert. It's sort of like a guard bird, and it's a powerful communicator, and you have that as, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You have that as one of your power animals right now. So that the energy and wisdom of the blue jay is with you. Let's see. You have, it symbolizes being a lookout and seeing and viewing what's going on, alerting yourself and others as to things that are going on, sort of being on guard and being very vocal about it, bringing things to light that needs to come to light, bringing things out of the woodwork. Yeah, isn't that interesting? It's very powerful. This bird takes a lot of risks, and it's very, very brave. Typically, it can be a bird that is preyed upon, obviously, by hawks or bigger birds, but it can also be a bird that is, a predatory bird. So this bird kind of is in the middle of, the birds, right? It's kind of like it will still nest in eggs and baby birds that belong to like songbirds and things. So it can be a predatory bird for songbirds and smaller birds. But it also takes risks in getting very close to hawks and crows and ravens and things like that, and alerting other birds that they are present. So this bird walks, a thin line. It's very brave. It's usually low flying, but it also has the capacity to, it's larger, but it can maneuver through the brush and the trees and the forest as well. So this bird is very diverse. It's very adaptable. You'll often see it not too much out in the fields, but you can see it in like suburban areas. You can see it in park areas. You'll see it in the forest as well. And you can also see it at the edge of fields. So this is a very diverse, strong bird with a very strong, loud voice. So this tells me you probably are, learning to be more observant and on the lookout. You're also use your voice and communicate more accurately. And it also shows me that you're alerting or speaking for others as well at this point. So you're kind of on the lookout and a leader and guardian for others, as well as being, very brave and having to be kind of on middle ground. So this tells you a lot. One of the things I always mention on this broadcast is Animal Speak and Animal Wise. That is a book I highly recommend that everybody gets. They're the two books. The Animal Speak is the first one. The Animal Wise is the second. I get the Animal Speak book first. Spirit always comes through and tells me on my own without looking it up what these symbolize for the people I'm reading for. However, I think it's a great book to have, to be able to look up and also see exactly what the detailed description and meaning from the Native American terms is as well. Okay. I think that's very important. Let's see here. Susan, let's see if it'll show the whole thing. Let's see. If you have time, Larkin, can you please tell me what sort of life one of my dogs had before I adopted her? Let's see. And who is Lucy? Does anybody know a dog named Lucy? Is this the smaller dog, Susan? Is this your smaller dog? Let me know, please. interesting. Do you any books? I think, Susan, you must have. Yeah, the books I was talking about are Animal Speak and Animal Wise. I'd get Animal Speak first, okay? You had a hen called Lucy? No way. Okay. I wasn't getting what type of animal. I was just guessing a dog. I just got Lucy. You're kidding. Oh my God. Okay, well, hold on a minute. Let's do that first. Oh my goodness. No way. It's just like all of a sudden the name Lucy popped in. That's wild. Okay, well, Lucy is there with you. Wow. Yeah. God, Lucy freaking loved you. Lucy loved you. Did you? Lucy says you tried to save her. Did you really try to save her, or was that her perception, Susan? Because Lucy thinks you tried to save her. Let me know in the comments. Her energy, she's like really excited that I got her name, that her name came through. Names don't always come through, guys. Sometimes I get names, sometimes I don't get names. Sometimes Spirit's good at sharing names, sometimes Spirit's not good at sharing names. Looks like somebody just dropped off here. Okay. So, Susan, if you pop back on, if that's you that popped off, let me know. Because Lucy is there. She's present with you. She loves you so much. She says she had an amazing life. And she says that you tried to save her. You tried to make her life longer. And she wants to thank you for that. Oh my gosh, let's see. Oh my God, I loved her. Yes, I did. She just came into my garden. She just came into my garden, but I could call her like a dog and she would come running. No way. Oh my God. So she just came into your garden, like she just showed up like at your property? That's crazy. Yeah, she's saying you loved her so much. She loves you so freaking much, Susan. She like idolized you. But she says, yes, you tried to save her. And I just want to verify that that made sense to you, because she believes that you tried to save her. And she says you did everything that you could and it was her time to go. But she wants to thank you so much. She realized how much you really loved her when you tried to save her. Like, she's like, I didn't realize how much she freaking loved me back until I was on the other side and I saw that she tried so hard to save me. Okay. So that is amazing. So she wanted to come in and tell you she's okay. She loves you. Thank you for loving her more than she knew. And thank you for trying to save her. And she'll see you on the other side. Amazing. Freaking amazing, guys. I just had a chicken come through today and gave me her name. I've been doing this my whole life, and I swear to God, I never cease to be amazed. Okay, let's see here. Yes, Ted Andrews. Thank you, Donna. Yes, the book, Animal Speak and Animal Wise, Ted Andrews. I can never remember his name when I'm on a live. It's awful. I love the man. Met him, amazing. Yes, his is the only books I truly trust on this, and the same stuff comes through for me for Spirit, but I still tell people get the book so you can refer to it and you can take the down to earth technical aspects that he shared that Spirit might not give me to tell you when I come through with an animal reading for you. Okay. Hold on here. Wait a minute. That's not what I wanted. Yes, it's on Amazon. Yes. Get it. Okay. Let's see. You don't know where she came from, but I was heartbroken when the neighbor's dog killed her. Oh God. Yeah, I bet. Ooh, so sorry. Well, she's in perfect shape. Every feather is in place. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's happy. She's not in pain. She is just loves you. So you will see her when you get to the other side. And I was just talking to one of my friends here where I board. at our barn about chickens the other night because a raccoon got like all of her chickens but one. And we were just talking about that and how easy it is to lose your chickens. Like you can think they're totally safe. You can think it's totally safe. You can reinforce it. And darn it, if the foxes, raccoons, or coyotes don't figure out a way to get in there. So just you cannot be safe enough. If I had chickens, honestly, I would have their fenced in areas so reinforced, I probably wouldn't be able to get in myself. I'd be so paranoid. It's just tough. It is tough. And I'm telling you guys, get a Great Pyrenees. I'm going to get a Great Pyrenees to my husband's dismay. I am getting a Great Pyrenees because they will protect your chickens and nobody will mess with them. Okay. Let's see here. So let's go back to your original question was your dog, but Lucy did oh God. And then I got to get off because 6:30 was my deadline here. So guys, again, I just want to remind you before I forget, because I'll forget before I get off, live or rebroadcast, the half price readings that I'm offering, hour-long readings for $75, that is only good through the end of May. And I'm only doing so many of those. So if you want a private reading, an hour-long reading for $75, you need to find that at larkinsreadings.com or on my Larkin Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter page. Also, the Meet Your Spirit Guides event is tomorrow at 11 a.m. EDT. I still have some spaces. I cannot believe I still have spaces, but I do. I hold space for your spirit guides to officially introduce themselves to you. You leave learning who at least one of them is and how to connect and communicate with them. It is only $40 for 2 hours. So if you want to join me, I have it posted and pinned on my Facebook page. Please make sure that you do that. I love this event and your spirit guides are so excited about it. So anyway, that's there as well. She was so intelligent. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she was intelligent. That chicken was very intelligent. But she came to you, her soul came to you on purpose. So I'm not surprised that she showed up for you today. Lucy. Like, what the heck? I'm just going to say it. Lucy's here. Okay. I was assuming it was a dog, but it wasn't. They didn't show me who it was. They just said, "Hi, I'm Lucy. And I want to talk to Susan." Okay. So, let's see. So, okay, so this isn't the littler dog, Susan. Do you have 3 dogs? I'm seeing 3 canine energies very strong around you, Susan. So I want to make sure nobody else is piggybacking and I'm getting the right one here. And then can you give me her name? I'm not getting a name for the dog you're asking about. I got Lucy's name, but I'm not getting a name for this one. But I see 3 dog energies around you, Susan. So if this isn't the littlest dog, you have 2. Okay, why am I seeing a 3rd dog energy around you? There's 3 energies around you. Bella, okay. Where's the 3rd dog energy? Is there a dog that you're close to or that you care for? Or that is in your family somewhere? Because there's definitely 3 dog energies in your aura. Very close to you. So you can think about that, but there is definitely 3. Oh, you're looking after your son's dog for the weekend? Okay. So is your son's dog at your house with you? Because they all seem like they're together. Energetically, they're all together. Okay. Let me ask Bella. Let me come forward and ask Bella here. What happened first? Because Bella didn't outwardly jump up and share what her life was like before. Sometimes they do. She did not. So that's why I asked for her name, because I felt like she was sort of keep holding back. There are 3 in the house. Okay, that's what it is. I was like, no, there's 3. I don't care what you tell me. I feel them all there together. Okay, got it. Thank you for sharing that. Because when I was trying to tune into which dog you were asking about, I'm like, there was 3. Okay. Here's another question for you, Susan. Is Bella normally the smallest when your son's dog is not there? I just want to verify because she was sharing she was the smallest. And so I want to know why she was saying she was the smallest. These details are important. She's the biggest, really. She doesn't think that. She feels like she's the smallest dog. So let me ask her why she thinks that. Let me ask her why. You ordered that book. Yay, Donna. Way to go. Yes, you're going to love that book. That's a lifetime investment. And then when you find how in love you are with that book, then you can get Animal Wise. It goes a little more in depth. Okay, so there's 3 in the house. Yeah, no, she definitely thinks she's the smallest dog. So she feels like she's the smallest. So that could be a confidence thing. It could just be a perception thing. It looks like where she was before. So I'm getting a number 7, and I'm also getting 2 and 3. The number 2 and 3. So I'm asking her which is which. So either, let's see. She said, I know because the smaller one is younger, but he thinks he's the boss. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I think her perception isn't physical size. She feels smaller. But she's also showing me, it looks like where she was before, there were at least 2 other dogs that she also felt were larger than her. I don't know if they really were physically larger than her, but it looks as though in her perception, she said she was the smallest one there as well. Okay, so a couple things. Number 1, who have you had for 2 or 3 years? I'm getting the number 2 or 3. Showing me something changed or happened within 2 to 3 years. So did you get one of your 2 dogs 2 to 3 years ago? One of the dogs come into the picture 2 to 3 years ago? And then either one of the dogs you have is 7 or you got them when they were 7. She's showing me yes, Bella. She's showing me the number 7 and the number 2 to 3. So, I'm trying to ask her to define because sometimes their perception of it is interpreted a little bit differently than for us. So yeah, she's showing me 2 to 3. She's showing me 7. And it looks like Rambo is 2. Okay. That's the boss. That's the bossy one. Okay, because she's showing me 2 to 3. She's showing me 2 to 3 years and she's showing me 7 years. So sorry, guys, I popped myself out of the studio. He's cheeky, yeah. But anyway, these are significant. So have you had? I mean, is she about 7, or did you get her 7 years ago? Because she's showing me 7 years is very significant. She's saying, and the 2 to 3. Okay, so he's not yet 3. I'm asking her if that's who she's referring to. Because it looks like she spent a couple of years with these other dogs. And then did you get her from a shelter? Did you get Bella from a shelter, Susan? Let me know. I want to verify what she's showing me because she's she's actually not like a lot of animals will just kind of just tell you everything and blah, 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 blah. She's not doing that. She's kind of reserved in what she's sharing. She's where she is now with you. She's happy with you. She knows this is where her soul's journey was meant to be. And so let's see here. She's apparently 4. But everyone tells me she looks older. Yeah, no, she's not 7. So did you get her when she was about 3 then? Because okay, so she was showing me the 2 and the 3. So he's 2, that's fine. I don't think she's any older than 5. They don't always know number wise. I did a reading for a horse once who thought he was 10 and he was 14. And it was because when the vet first came to the lady that I was reading for, he heard him say he was 10. And so he thought he was always 10. Okay, you got her when she was 2 to 3. Okay, all right. That's what she's saying, 2 to 3. She was 2. Got it. Okay. So that's why that number is significant. All right. So, yeah, she's not any older. Yeah. So you want to say she's 4. Okay. So maybe she was 3. So the 2 to 3 was her referring to, and that's what I wanted to know was what those numbers meant to you, because the 2 to 3, she was referring to the numbers as things that had to do with her age, when you got her, where she came from. So the 2 to 3 was her saying, I was 2 to 3 when you got her. And then did you get her from a shelter? Because she's showing me prior to where you got her from, she was with at least 2 other dogs that were her age or older, that were like kind of her type of dog, but they were a little bigger than her, is what she's showing me. And she's showing me like, yeah, okay. And then she's showing me that, she's showing me like an outside place where they kind of went in and out. Sort of, it was either like a doorway to and from the house. It's sort of like a memory, or like a barn or a shed or something. And it looks as though she spent a lot of time like outside, like they were just sort of drawn her. Sorry, Christina. Hi, Christina Harris. I started reading your message and I got confused. They would just kind of toss them outside. It looks as though they got either dumped, deserted, or left, and that's how they ended up in the rescue. But she said she wasn't in the rescue very long. And she doesn't know what happened to the other 2 dogs that she was with. At least one of them was a boy, but she looked up to them. Sorry, I'm looking up here because I'm reading off what she's telling me. She misses them. She wonders what happens to them. She said they kind of took care of her, but she's also saying that all right, bye, Donna. You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Meet Your Spirit Guides is tomorrow, but then I'll be back on Angels in Action on Monday. So maybe I'll see you then. Bye, Donna. Let's see. Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. So let's finish here, Susan. Yes, you did. So yeah, so she missed them. She looked up to them, and she doesn't know what happened to them. So let's see. It looks like they were all taken to the shelter or ended up in a shelter. She's saying they were all taken somewhere. She's showing that she and the other 2 dogs she was with were all taken somewhere. And that was it. She's like, she didn't see them after that. And that was prior to you getting them. She felt like, she's like, she wasn't in the shelter that long, even though it felt like she was in there forever. And then she's showing me they ran her through tests and they loved her. These to me look like the social tests for her. You know, like, are they going to be good with kids? Are they are they going to be put down, or is their behavior good enough that they can, be adopted out? Hi, Michelle. Welcome. And then you adopted her. There were a couple people that looked at her. she said. So I don't know if you knew there were a couple people looking at her, Susan, when you looked at her. But she said a couple people looked at her, but you were the person she was looking for. So keep in mind, guys, these animals, they have a journey. They go on a journey to find the human souls that they were meant to come here and find. Okay, so a lot of them go through a lot. They travel through a lot. They have a big journey and a lot that they go through, guys, just to be with you. And they pick you. And so you were tuned in, and you were able to tune into that, okay? All right, let's see here, guys. We're finishing Susan's reading about her dog first, okay? You guys missed it. A chicken named Lucy came on and told me her name today. I'm never going to forget this. Okay, she constantly barks at the window. Let's see, they took her to be put down, and the shelter rescued her. Yes, awesome. So that was probably what, like when she was showing me, they took her through tests. They took them all, though. From what she's showing me, they took they took the other two dogs too. So that's awful. They took her to be put down, but she's showing me that they tested her in the shelter, and that when they were testing her in the shelter, hi Jessie, hi Michelle Graham, when they were testing her in the shelter, she's like, they were so sweet to her. She's like, some of the things they were saying is like, oh my goodness, like, why would they dump her? Why would they want to put her down? Why would they say she's bad? Like, she's such a good girl. Like, she's so sweet. Like, this is her memory, what she's showing me they were saying. So thank goodness that happened, because she was just being herself, and that saved her. So luckily they made that assessment for her. Let's see. Yes. Yep. Yeah, they were all abused. The other two were abused as well. But I mean, that's one of the reasons why what a lot of people do is they'll abuse their animals. And then if their animal growls or, they get angry at that animal tries to protect itself, they will take the dog and want to have it put down because they say, oh, it's aggressive. She wasn't aggressive. She was just trying to stick up for herself. And the other two dogs she was with that were older dogs were trying to get her not to do that. But from what I get, those other dogs ended up being, dumped as well. Yeah, I know, Michelle, it is. And that's why we're doing this. But I am going to have to get off soon, guys. I've been on for over an hour. So I had to do it later today because I had animal stuff. But yes, so she barks at the window constantly. Let's do this and then we'll move on to somebody else before I have to head off here. She constantly barks at the window. Yeah, so that's okay. She wants to be on alert. She does miss the companions that she had before, and she does worry about them constantly. Because they were like her mentors. They guided her. But she loves her home. She loves her life with you. She knows her soul knows she came to find you. And so she knows that she's where she's supposed to be. Okay. But she having other dogs around her is really good for her, because that's what she had, and that's what she missed. Okay. That's what kept her sane, if you will, while she was with the humans that were not good for her. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, they tried to get her to go near cats because I have cats too. And she wouldn't go. She was so scared of everything. But when I brought her home, she just walked in as if she was home. Yeah, she was home. She was home. She knew she was safe. And she liked you better than the other people that looked at her. I don't know if you've already integrated her with the cats, but she will get used to the cats. She can get used to the cats. She was afraid of things. And really they dumped her off at the shelter just in time, because she was young enough that she was able to rewire a lot of her programming. And, it really saved her personality. You saved her personality. So thank you, Susan. That's awesome. Big hugs and love to Bella. Let's see. Let's go up here, guys. I got to make this quick because I got to get off in the next 10 minutes here. So good you guys tuned in. For those of you that just tuned in, I want to remind you, half price readings, if you want a half price reading, only till the end of May. Okay, I'm offering hour-long readings for $75 instead of $150 if you guys want a private reading. Also, the small group online readings next week. Let's see what else you're saying here. Yes, I couldn't believe it. Yes, she's absolutely fine with the cats. Yes, awesome. All right, I knew she would be. She's like, I love the cats. And I did see cats in her energy when you first asked for the reading. Yeah, so then I have a small group reading that'll be in June. The next small group reading, guys, if you want a lower cost reading in a small private group, that is going to be in June. I've not posted the time yet. Let's see. You ordered one. That's okay. We'll be on with Furball Friday again next Friday, okay? And don't forget, Monday is Angels in Action again, okay? At 12 or 12:30 my time, and then I'll post all these. But meet your spirit guides. Guys, I cannot believe I still have spaces. I still have a few spaces for Meet Your Spirit Guides, which is tomorrow. And that is the link to register is posted on my Facebook page. So if you want to do that, or larkinsreadings.com, I still have spaces. And literally your spirit guides are dying to meet you. They will get to introduce themselves to you if you want to join us tomorrow. Let's see here. Susan says, I believe she may be another one of my precious dogs reincarnated. Aw, I don't know. I haven't asked her that, Susan, but I do know that she's in your soul family and that her soul came to be with you in this lifetime. And she specifically came here to find you, and you guys found each other. Isn't that beautiful, Christina? I know. I love these messages. They're so cool. Okay, let's scroll up here and see what else we have. Yes, we are talking about live animals and animals on the other side. So in Furball Friday, we do animal communication, we do animal readings, we do animal mediumship, we do animal totems, we do spirit guide animals, we do animals in dreams. As long as it's animals, it's everything animal. We do it every Friday. Tonight I had to fix some horse fences and I had animal rescue stuff to do. So I'm running late. It's not normally this late during the day. I normally do it about noon. But anyway, but that's fine. But I do have to get off shortly because I have to get ready to bring my horses in. So what we'll do is we'll go another 9 minutes and then I'll get off at 7. But I'm just running down that I have the half price readings for May, only May, if you guys still want that. Meet Your Spirit Guides is tomorrow. If you want to be a part, I still have that as well. And don't forget, guys, I am doing a drawing for a free 20-minute reading on the 25th of May at 12 p.m. And you have to invite 5 people to follow my Larkin Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter page. And you have to message me the name of those 5 people on Messenger. And if those people follow the page and they stay following the page, you are entered into the drawing, okay? Or you can just get an hour-long reading for whoever you want to talk to. All right. There's so many things, guys. There's so many things I'm trying to offer you guys. Let's see here. Jesse. Let's see here. Let's do this one. Also, guys, if you guys like all this stuff, I have a private mastermind. It's a paid mastermind, but we get on for an hour once a week. And you have free access to me to learn this stuff, to build confidence in your connection with spirit and your intuition and anything metaphysical. I don't know. I've got lots of different things up for you guys. It's hard to mention it all in one broadcast. You had a dog and cat pass away recently, Jesse. I would love to know how they are doing. Awesome. Let's see here. Well, let's see. Is the dog by any chance the chocolate covered dog? Chocolate covered dog. I have had what looks like a chocolate lab that is chocolate lab covered. Chocolate lab covered. I'm so tired. It looks like a chocolate lab. It's a nice chocolate brown fur and the down ears. This dog has been present for this entire broadcast and nobody wants to claim him or her. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. But that energy is here. And then, is this the tiger cat, Jesse? Animals are starting to pop in now. I want to make sure it's the right one. She was fawn colored pug. Oh, okay. That's definitely not this dog then. Hold on. Let's get back to this here. Hold on. Gray. Okay, this was the gray one. Okay, guys, I have a tiger cat that has popped in, and I have this chocolate lab looking dog that has popped in. So let me tune in to yours, Jessie, because those were not the ones that popped up first. Okay, when animals start coming in, guys, it's like a random free-for-all. It's like so funny. All right, you had a tiger cat, Michelle? Okay, sweet. We'll see. Maybe this is for you. I only got 6 minutes, so let me see if I can. Let's do this here first. Fawn-colored pug and a gray fluffy cat. Okay. Hold on here. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find trying to go back to that message. Hold on, guys. I'm getting lots of messages on here. Hold on, guys. I'm just scrolling up here. Sorry. That's okay, Michelle. Yeah, you missed a lot, but we'll be on next Friday, and Monday we'll be on, and you've got a reading. So let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the original question. Okay. So they both passed away. So Jessie, your cat and dog actually are very, very connected soul-wise. And here we go. That's why they passed away close together. They're very connected soul-wise. A lot of times when they come connected soul-wise, a lot of times what they do is they will they'll come in at different times, but then they're there to play together. They're there to be with you. They're to support you at the right times in your life. Let's see. All right. So which one? Let me look down here. Hold on, guys. I'm doing Jessie first. So I'm getting a lot of different things here coming in. I want to make sure I'm matching it to the right animal because there's lots of animals now trying to talk at once. So I have to sort this out. Okay. Let's see. You had to put one of your animals down, Jessie. Is this correct? And were you holding your pug? Was your pug a girl or a boy, Jessie? Were you holding your pug when they passed away? Jessie, yes. Okay, what was the yes for? You had to put your pug down? Okay. Because they're showing me a bunch of different things right now. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Because I got female energy from the pug. Okay. You're holding her. Okay. Because I've got a bunch of animals talking to me right now. You put her to sleep. Okay, that's what she was telling me. I wanted to make sure I was having the right animal tell me the right thing. Because I'm trying to see them and hear them at the same time. So her big thing was, so she was showing me you holding her, and she wants you to know it was okay. You did the right thing. She was ready. You followed your intuition and you heard her voice. She gave you permission to let her go. She gave you permission to let her go. Okay. And she knows you're going to question, okay, you know, that was the right thing, but was it the right thing? Was she happy with that? Yes. Yes. It was her time and she needed your help. She needed your assistance and she was ready to go and you did the right thing. And thank you. She's also like, one of her favorite things was when you'd hold her. And she's also showing me you kissing her. Did you kiss her little forehead? Rub her little ears and like kiss her face or her little forehead? Yeah, I know you've wondered this nonstop. Yeah. She knows. She knows. So she was with you right there with you. She's like, you stayed with her and you kept talking to her and you loving her. Yeah. Yeah, you kissed her head. That's what she's showing me. She's showing me. And she wants you to know that she felt that. She's having me feel it, actually. And you were talking sweetly to her and real softly in her ear. And she wants you to know that even after her little soul left her body, she could still hear you. And often that's very common, actually. They can still hear. Some of their senses are still working and connecting with their soul, even if when their souls left their body, they pronounce the animal dead. This is the same for humans as well. She's like, she felt you rub her little ear with her fingers and stroke her little head and kiss her. And she loved your kisses, and she loved when you held her. And she was just like, thank you so much. She said it was such a sweet departure. She was with you, the person who loved her the most, that she loved the most. And it was just like falling asleep with you. Okay. And so her little soul stayed right there, kind of just around while you were there, and you stayed with her little body. She stayed there with you, and she wanted to comfort you, but she felt good immediately. She felt free and light, and she was saying, so she was greeted. They're always greeted by other dogs, packs of dogs and loved ones and things that have crossed on. There was a lovely woman there with sort of warm colored hair. I don't really know if it was red, but it was like a warm blonde or brown, kind of short hair. It had been like an elderly woman, but she had like this warm colored hair that was there to greet her and love her as well. That was someone that, one of your family members was there loving her, and other dogs and animals there, animal souls that she knew from the other side that you didn't know, that were incarnated there with her. And she said, as soon as she popped on the other side, she's like, look, she's like, that's my mommy. Did you see what she just did for me? That was so hard for her. That's my mommy. I can't, and they do, they celebrate when they cross back over. The animals do too. And she was like, she's the one I came to Earth for. And some of them, of course, are going, I remember. She's like, she's why I incarnated to come be with her. We had this great life. She gave me this great life. So this is what she was telling them. She was very, very proud when she departed. Okay. Was your grandmother? Oh, sorry. This is making me cry. This is so cool. This is so cool. Well, she's with her. She's right there with her. And your grandmother was like, hey, sweetie, and she scooped her up and gave her a big hug. But yeah, so she was there with her. And so they're all there together. You ask initially, what are they doing on the other side? And then, now, did she pass before your cat? Let's see, because your cat, when your cat crossed over, she was also greeted by your grandmother and by your dog and by all sorts of, again, other souls and wonderful animal spirits and souls that you don't even recognize. And a couple of her siblings. Oh, was it a girl or a boy? I'm not getting the sex of the cat, but I said a couple of her siblings. And then, but your cat, did you find your cat? Your cat is showing me that she's like, I wanted to do things on my own. Okay, it was a girl too. Okay, she said she, but in the spirit world, it's they're not, that sex is designated here, and they'll come back to you as that sex, but in spirit they can be either. She passed just a month later. Yeah. Well, she passed because she needed to follow the pug. They were connected. Okay, they were very connected. That's why they left close to one another. But she's showing me that she was a stray, yeah. But she's showing me that she passed on her own. So was she alone and you found her? She's showing me, she's like, I didn't go like my doggy sister. She's like, I went my own way on my own terms on my own. And did you find her then? Did you find her? Because she's showing me her, she's showing me laying down like on her side. And She's like, it was very sweet and very peaceful. But she's like, I just sort of laid down on my side. Let's see, she was in Animal House for 3 days. They told us there was nothing else they could do. Okay. Yeah. You put her to sleep? Okay. Well, she's saying to me, I went on my own terms. So, and I'm saying to her, well, they said they put you to sleep too. But she's saying, I'm trying to find out then why she said she went on her own. Okay. She's saying she was trying to go on her own, so you didn't have to put her to sleep. She was trying to leave on her own. And she was still, her physical body was still too strong for her to leave her body. And that's why you had to help her. But she didn't want you to have to put her to sleep. She actually is showing me, she's showing me laying down on like a cool or cold gray, possibly a metal surface. So maybe they had her in like a metal crate or like one of those metal cages that they have while she was there overnight, because she's saying, I kept laying down sideways and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Because she was trying to pass on her own without you having to try to assist her, because she knew it was her time. But her body was evidently too strong for that. Okay. But it was perfect timing also. So please know that that was perfect timing for her. Okay. And so they're fine and they're together. They're playing, they're hanging out with your grandmother. They're sitting on your grandmother's lap. They're loving you. Okay. She was on her side in the oxygen cage. Okay. Okay. Because she was trying to cross over on her own. She was like, I'm ready. And her loved ones were there, but her body needed a little help for that transition. Okay. All right, guys. So my friends, listen here. It is 7:06. I have to get off. I needed to get off at 6:30. I see you guys have other questions and messages. Will you do me a favor? Will you please show up next Friday for Furball Friday? I will have it posted, number one, and we will get to you, okay? Also, Angels in Action will be Monday. I have free live readings on Mondays and Tuesdays. Half price readings are only good through the end of May if you want to get a private reading with me, or if you want to participate in the small private online group reading, it's only $30 in June. Okay. Also, for those of you wanting to meet your spirit guides, they want to meet you. I still have spaces tomorrow. I cannot believe I have spaces, but I still have spaces. So if you want to join me, you will need to register at my link here on my Psychic Medium page. The link is right there. It's only $40 for 2 hours, and you go off knowing at least one of your spirit guides and how to connect with them. Okay. So anyway, also that free drawing. So just check out my page. I've got lots of things posted. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Chris Alba and I, this Sunday at 11 a.m. EDT, we're doing a group prayer. So if you want to learn how to pray powerfully, it's a free event. It's a group prayer. I'm going to be posting that this evening. It will be via Zoom. So please join us for that. I'm going to teach you how to pray powerfully. And also we're going to teach you how to pray collectively. So you can use that even after we get off the event. Animals are my passion, guys. So join me again next Friday for Furball Friday, and we will get to you or schedule a reading for your fur balls. Thank you all for joining me. I'm sorry I have to run, but I have 8 horses waiting for me. And I love you all so much, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, Michelle. Glad you found me too.